It gives you a different perspective. It gives you a different vantage point. That whenever you sense God doing something and you turn to a cloud of witnesses, it gives you a new perspective. It gives you a different insight. It does not have to mean moving only when it's safe, but it also does not mean moving in foolishness either. Come on, somebody. See, we need to use the cloud of witnesses to help us not to move in foolishness and then call it faith in God, because you know we've done a whole lot of that. We moved in some stuff and we said it was God, but it really wasn't God. I wish I had somebody. See, we called it faith, and I know initially it might sound contradictory, but it's not. Because sometimes we do things and we call it God and it was not God, but whenever you feel certain it's God, you won't mind affirmation from the cloud. You can look at the various viewpoints that the cloud has to offer and how they were led to approach God. You see, the cloud can teach you by observation, and also the cloud needs to be those that you gather who can speak to you and you will hear them. And because whatever you are proposing, you need to get you a cloud of witnesses, and it does not diminish your wisdom. It does not diminish your ability to hear from God. It just simply suggests that as there is wisdom in many. Number 3, the cloud of witnesses can help activate your faith. Somebody say activate. They can go into agreement. Not that you're getting permission from man, but God, you understand, will use others to help you speak faith. Y'all believe that? God will use other people to help activate what he's doing in your life. God will send someone who can activate what you've been dreaming. Come on, somebody. God can send somebody who can activate what you've been pursuing. God can send you among a cloud that can activate what you've been hoping for. You remember it was Elijah. Elijah, the prophet, encountered this woman, and God had sent him to this woman. And this was during a time of a drought. And you got to understand that the woman was out collecting some sticks. And she had just a small amount of meal and oil. And Elijah said, "What are you doing?" And the woman said that I'm getting ready to make a little pancake for me and my son, and then we're going to die. Because she had lost her hope. She had lost her dream. She felt like her dream had been deferred. My God, she felt like that boy was not going to get to go to college. He was not going to get to play sports like the other kids, that we have come down to these meager means, and all I know to do is take this last little bit that I have and eat it and die. And Elijah came by and he said, "Well, I tell you what, I want you to take that same meal and oil and make me a cake first." Now, when I read that, I knew that wasn't a sister. Because I could see all right, I won't be hard on the sisters. Elijah said, "Make me a cake first." And I'm sure that initially, because see, you understand that when your dream has been deferred and whenever your hopes are lost, when you feel like that I've messed up too badly and there's no hope for me, there's no future for me, that when somebody comes to speak faith and somebody comes to tell you to do something unnatural, you begin to reject it because all you know is the same song you've been singing. And Elijah said, "Make me a cake first and watch God." And so the Bible says that the woman made the cake and gave it to Elijah. And the Bible said that her meal barrel kept running over and over and over. Now, I told you that God will send somebody who can speak a word, can give you an instruction, can activate what you've been dreaming, what you've been hoping for. Because listen, one word can take you from poverty to prosperity. I don't have any. One word can take you out of the gutter and put you into a good level of living. One word can take you from hopelessness to full of hope. One word. My God, is there anybody here who understands that in the cloud of witnesses, God can use somebody to activate your business dream, your hopes, your aspiration? Don't you dismiss the cloud. You don't have to be a lone ranger. There is power now in activation. There is power in activation. God will use others to help affirm and activate you prophetically about what he's doing in your life to propel you into your destiny. And the cloud can speak a word of knowledge to warn you. I mean, I know you hear God, but when you turn and tap into the cloud of witnesses, they can caution you about some things. They can tell you a better route to get it done. The cloud will speak and decree words of encouragement over you. The cloud can help clarify what God is doing. You can't just use anybody as the cloud of witnesses, but it has to be a cloud that has tapped into the heart of God. That's why